Israelis all know that Jerusalem has been and will be our eternal capital.
The United States, by accepting Jerusalem as the unified capital of Israel, is practically joining Israel in violating international law.
Trump came in and broke the table. There is no table. You cannot put the sides into one room in the existing circumstances.
A moment of great pride for many Israelis and deep sorrow for many Palestinians.
On behalf of the 40...
With the U.S. Embassy move to Jerusalem now official, the U.S. role as peace mediator is now more dubious than ever, as is Donald Trump's promise to make, quote, the ultimate deal.
He positioned himself as an unbalanced mediator. Palestinians declared that they will not allow him or his administration to mediate, and we declared, Israel, that we will not allow another mediator. If you need more, I'll give you.
Alon Liel was one of the first people to be born in Israel.
I was born in Tel Aviv, half a year after the country was founded, so I'm approaching 70 myself.
He went on to a career in diplomacy and says, 70 years on, Israel has a mixed legacy.
Israel is a success story, even an amazing success story. But there is a but. Ben-Gurion used to say, he said, we are not founding a normal country. For us, it will not be enough to be a successful normal country. We found a country that will be or lagoim. It's in Hebrew. I will first translate. Light to the nations. With the occupation especially, we are not light to the nations.
Alon is among the minority of Israelis who now support a two-state solution. The Trump administration has emboldened Israel's right-wing government in its effort to consolidate control over all of Jerusalem.
I do think that President Trump deserves special tribute, a modern-day Cyrus.
Chaim Silberstein founded Keep Jerusalem, a public diplomacy and advocacy organization to ensure that all of Jerusalem stays under Israel's control.
The dam waters of construction and expansion of Jerusalem have opened, in my opinion, not enough yet.
In Palestinian areas of the city, there is a deliberate growing Israeli presence.
Sheikh Jarrah is one of the areas in occupied East Jerusalem where Jewish settlers are moving in. They're intent on making sure that this land is never given over in any future peace deal.
We met Shlomi Coleman at a Jewish Orthodox festival. He says he was the first from his community to move back into Sheikh Jarrah 20 years ago.
First of all, Jews lived here before 1948. Basically, the Jews are coming back to live here in their houses. There is no takeover or occupation.
But while Israel's government supports Jewish settlers moving into Palestinian areas, it doesn't allow Palestinians to return to the homes they were forced from 70 years ago.
It all goes back to the very basic question. Are we all equal human beings or not?
Shuafat refugee camp is one of the many areas on the other side of the wall where Palestinians live in limbo. But there's a special reason why this camp is so overcrowded. It lies within the municipal limits of Jerusalem, giving residents the right to work in Israel.
While Israel's government is working to consolidate a larger Jewish presence in occupied East Jerusalem, there are plans to cut areas like this off from the city.
My organization wrote policy which we submitted to the government, which has been accepted and in fact entrenched in Israeli law, that these areas should be ceded from Jerusalem, disconnected from the municipality of Jerusalem, and separate municipalities established where they will have budgets, mayors, administration, police stations, totally for their benefit.
But people are afraid that being cut off from Jerusalem will only further marginalize them.
We don't want anything from them, but to have our land back.
and we wish to sleep comfortably just like they do. We don't want anything else. We don't want money or buildings or villas. The most important thing that we are looking for is to have peace of mind.
Layla's only birthright was her refugee status. She was born in Shuafat. She built a salon business in her home to provide for her family. A garden with animals provided a place for her children, and now her grandchild, to relax and play.
There are no playgrounds nor gardens inside the camp. That's why I mentioned, the place I live is so small, and there are no other places for my kids to play other than outside on the street. My father also loved gardening. We Palestinians love to grow things.
But with little pressure on Israel's right-wing government for concessions, Layla's dream to return to her family's land may be now even further from becoming a reality. Randolph Nogel, The Newsmakers in Jerusalem.